Hi and welcome to this short screencast on learning technologies. I'm Sonja Grosendorf from the Center for Learning Technology, and this short video or screencast will provide a short introduction to some principles of e-learning and the benefits of learning technologies to support your students. So what are learning technologies and what is e-learning? Well, learning technologies can be thought of as an array of tools, so a toolbox that can help advance your students' learning. And e-learning means these tools plus their appropriate pedagogical use. That is proper e-learning practice. And you might want to think of the E in e-learning to stand for both electronic and education. So in this screencast, I'm going to tell you what learning technologies can do, when you should think of using them, what types of technologies are available, in particular which ones are available to you at the LSE. When we consider learning technologies, there's an important first point I would like to make, and that is that it's good practice to engage with e-learning critically. Technology is ubiquitous. Many of us know that it can offer as many problems as it can offer solutions. It would be a bad idea to attempt to shoehorn technologies into our teaching simply because we are drawn to them as we might be drawn to any new shiny thing. When considering using a particular technology, it should be a given that there's an actual educational need that they address. So if you ever think that technologies, and particularly learning technologies, are simply solutions in search of problems, then these particular learning technologies are not for you, because this is not what we want. The first point leads directly to a second. It is bad practice to tack on learning technologies at the end of your teaching design process as an afterthought. Learning technologies are not add-ons. Instead, think, what is it that I want to achieve? What problems or issues might crop up that technologies can help me address? So that when you are designing your teaching, you embed appropriate technologies from the outset. This is really a key message. There are powerful tools for learning out there, but their power comes from how they are being applied. Learning technologies should be aligned with the activities, skills and knowledge that you want students to develop in your course. So, not just sellotaped on. How should you make a start in thinking about using learning technologies? Well, a good place to start is probably with the student. Consider the modern student body and the context of higher education today. A key word to consider is diversity. Diversity of cultural background and differing language skills, neurodiversity, diverse responsibilities such as children or other dependents to care for, time commitments because of working part-time, distance that students live from campus, and so on. Learning technologies can be used to make sure that such diverse circumstances do not translate into disadvantages. So, learning technologies can overcome common problems, but more importantly, they can really enhance the student experience. Without wanting to oversell it, you might say that technology can unlock student potential in a way that might not be possible without the aid of technology. For various reasons already mentioned, distance, massive cohorts, and so on. Engaging students in particular is quite difficult, but can be done with the appropriate classroom technologies, such as, for example, instant voting systems. In particular, learning technology can make communication much easier. Communication over distance, beyond the ever-shortening face-to-face contact times between teachers and students, but also between students and students. But also engagement and feedback and peer learning. All these can be supported or indeed enabled in the first place by using technologies appropriately. Finally, by using a variety of technologies, there's a greater chance of catering for your students' different preferences of how they learn. So now I'm going to move to consider a few examples at the LSE. In the context of the LSE, much e-learning is delivered via Moodle. But using the word Moodle in this context might be misleading, as there is a general impression that Moodle is a resource delivery platform. It is that, but only at its most basic. It is right to think of Moodle as a delivery platform, but one which allows you to deliver a whole range of activities that can help your students get the most from their time here at the LSE. So it is about resources, but it is also about communication, engagement, feedback, collaborative working, peer learning. All of these things can be done by using the rich features in Moodle that go beyond simply using it as a resource repository. Get in touch with us at clt-support@lse.ac.uk if you ever want to discuss these more richer features in Moodle that you might not currently be aware of. Outside of Moodle, there are a variety of classroom technologies you can try out. I'll just mention a few. For example, we have PRS, or an instant voting system, which allows you to ask questions in classes and lectures, which students can then answer anonymously with the help of clickers. The school has also invested on a large scale in a lecture recording system, which allows students to revisit parts of your lecture which they may not have heard or grasped at the time, or because they had to miss it due to illness. Students particularly benefit from these for revision, especially those whose first language is not English. On that note, you might consider changing your lecturing practice entirely by perhaps creating short videos which you can ask students to view before actual scheduled lecture time, and then use that time instead to answer questions that arose from the material in the video, engaging in a proper debate within your lecture time, and so on. Finally, there's a wealth of social media tools out there which you might consider using to improve your students' media literacy, or teach different ways of sourcing information, different ways of communication, and different ways of networking and collaborating. To find out more, you can read up on what's available to you by going to our website, clt.lse.ac.uk, or just drop us an email, clt-support@lse.ac.uk, or you can come see us in St Clement's Building on the first floor. That's it for now. Thanks for listening.